Hello, my marvelous muses. How are we doing tonight, guys? So tonight we are going to do some Christmas ornaments. And, well, Christmas ornaments in that little Christmas jar. But before we do, I got some Happy Mail. I just want to show what I got. So, June sent me a mold. And it's actually several of them in here. I'm going to pull them out and show you. So, what it is you get these two pieces here. And they interlock. If you know how the stands for the, like, picture frames and stuff, the one that's got the two little legs that hook together, well, this is the same way, but this is the centerpiece. So you're going to make this, you're going to pour both of these, you're going to put them together, and they're going to form a crisscross shape like this, right? Now to go with them, you get, this is your base, so it's a tiered tray. So you get the base, then you get your centerpiece. Is that the center one? That might not be the center one. I might be wrong on that. Nope, that's the center one. And then you get your top one. So when you're done, it's a 3-tiered cake stand. Well, I've got a mold that has a couple of tiers, but you have to buy the metal piece that goes in the center. And I did that, and I put it on, and it actually, over a period of time, it kind of warped the resin right there where the washers go and where you screw it, because you got to make it pretty tight, otherwise it's loose. This is also cool because most of those only come in silver and gold, but this is cool because I could make this whatever color or theme I wanted to. Not to mention, did it come with these three? It also came with 3 cupcake ones. So you can actually make a 3-tiered cupcake stand. I was like, how cool is this, right? So we're going to pour this probably in the next, I would say within about the next week or so, because I have a Christmas fair in December, and I'd like to have at least one of these made up to take with me. So we will be making this. Probably going to do this one. Just because I want to do it, and I'm going to do it kind of I thought about doing a Christmas theme, so I may do like a Christmas theme. This is a Christmas craft fair. I may do like a Christmas theme, but one that's kind of a generic Christmas theme, like silver and red, or green and gold, or green and silver, something like that. And but it would not be so Christmas that you couldn't use it during the year if you wanted to. So, that's my plan there, is to use that for that. And that came from June. June sent that to me. Also, June sent me let's see here. What does it say? No, it doesn't. Okay, so, but yeah, she sent me, I actually got 2 sticks that come with it. Did not know they sent those with them. She sent me some more Blue Blood. She knows I love my eye candy Blue Blood. And I am about out, which, thank you so much, June. I appreciate that. In fact, I will be using my other jar tonight of it. My other jar of Blue Blood tonight in one of my projects. So, put the new one down here. Now, I also got some Happy Mail. And, if you guys have never watched this guy, I love him so much. I watch him on YouTube. He also has a podcast, him and his wife do. But it's called Sitting with Dogs with Rocky Kanaka. And, he actually sells coffee. He has a coffee farm in Southern California where he raises money. It's called Flip's Coffee. He raises money for what he has, a place called Flip's Farm. And what he does is Rocky goes to shelters. And this is a gift from Julie Hamby. She sent me 2 other gifts, but I have not received them yet. So thank you so much, Julie. This was in my Amazon wish list. So she sent me something off my wish list. But Rocky had a dog for years. This was Flip. Flip was his soul dog. And for years, that was his dog. The dog that saved his life. He tells you in the story how. And he goes to shelters and he finds dogs that are kind of in fear mode in these shelters, right? The dogs will sit back away from him. And usually, before he leaves, he ends up doing the scoop, is what he calls it. Kobe is the dog he has now. Him and his wife, they run this farm, they raise money, and they take dogs in that need more than just, I mean, look at this dog. This is so pitiful, so sad when people do this. And he takes these dogs in and takes care of them and gets them back to health, gets them the medical care they need, and teaching the dog how to play with toys. And then he shows what happens at the end, where these dogs get new homes, because he doesn't keep them. He has what he calls a rehabilitation. And trying to see here, it shows these are his kids. He's got little kids. Trying to show his farm. I know he's got pictures of it in here. Bean. Okay, Bean was the first dog he brought to the farm. This is called a Ginsiet hut. And when it's done, this is what it looks like. And these are the dog houses that these dogs that need rehabilitation, that can't be around other dogs, that can't, like, rough house and stuff like that. This is a dog house. That's a dog house, guys. Just so you know. Yeah, they're air conditioned, heated, the whole Ginsiet hut. And he takes these dogs, he rehabilitates them, and then rehomes them. There's one here that he has kept. Some of the dogs go to their forever homes. Some of them stay with him. Very few of them stay with him. He doesn't try to keep any of them if he can avoid it, because he's there to rehabilitate them. And he has products here. He has all natural food, which is shoprockykanaka.com. He has Flip Farms, which is a safe haven where shelter dogs can heal, train, and prepare for their forever homes. Flip's Coffee. He sells coffee. The coffee's really good, guys. Every Cup supports shelter dog rehabilitation at Flip's Farm, giving them the care they need to find loving homes. It's actually, his coffee is brewed. They perfected it or whatever. And then he has a dog bakery. He is the owner of the dog bakery in Southern California. So if you're in Southern California, go check Rocky out. If not, watch his videos, guys. Just watching the videos, you know, the YouTube videos helps. But if you're, you know, if you're a coffee drinker, buy you some coffee from him. Check out the dog products. He's a really, really good guy. And Rocky and Kelly, they're just an amazing couple, and you know, they do what they can for dogs. So I wanted his book. He wrote this book, and I was like, I want this, because like I said, I watch every episode of his Studying with Dogs. I love it. And I've seen him turn dogs around by sometimes just kind of giving them the space they need. He gives them treats while he's sitting there, toys. People will send him stuff, and he'll unbox toys and blankets and stuff for the dogs, as well as I've seen him sing to the dogs. He sings to them, and the dogs, like, it relaxes them, I guess. So yeah, thank you so much, Julie. I can't wait to read more of this. Like I said, I watched the guy and I know all about him pretty much, but just kind of getting to have the book is really cool. So yes, thank you so much. Again, she got me something else, 2 other things, so I don't know what she got me. I don't look at my Amazon wish list to see if people bought anything off of it. If you do, that's fine. If not, you know, it's there. I just put things in it that mean something to me. Not always resin stuff, you know, like that book. I had that book in there because it's something that I wanted, and it meant something to me. And a lot of times I go into my own wish list and just buy stuff because it kind of has a way for me to keep it. I have 2 wish lists, actually. I have a private one that I don't post, but my regular one I put out there. So, all right. Now, back to tonight's video. So tonight we're going to pour some molds for some ornaments. And my neighbor and I have a Christmas tree out back that we decorate every year. It's a big pine tree. I have a great big huge one in my front yard, but it's too big to decorate. But we have a big one that's out back. Actually started out fairly small. Now it's like way bigger than what it was. And she bought lights for it, so I told her I'd make ornaments for it. So we're going to make 4 ornaments tonight. And then I'm also going to pour this jar mold because I really want to see this poured. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some chrome powder, and I'm going to brush this mold on here, and then I might wipe off what doesn't stay. I got something on it already here. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we do that. Okay, and then these, I think I'm gonna pour this one. I know I'm gonna pour some alcohol ink. I've got something in it. These molds have been stored away for a year, so they might have some dust in them. And then we have a Christmas tree here. Probably glitter in them, actually, from last year. Yep. And then we have this one here, which is a little snowman. And then this one here, which is a snowflake. This one here is actually an into resin mold, and it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So, I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to gather some stuff up here, and we'll be right back. Okay. So, we are back. So, we're going to start out here, and I'm going to dust this. I'm going to get this done. And we're going to use the Let's Resin Chrome Powders Holographic Silver. Alright. And we're going to dust we are dusting these snowflakes here. And then around this part here. Okay, and then this just goes around, and then another snowflake. Okay. We are brushing around all of the snowflakes, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe, and I'm going to wipe off everything that's not in the little crevices. So we're just going to give it a light wipe over when we're done. And then I'm going to pour a color, my blue blood. And we should end up with a pretty blue and silver ornament. going to be beautiful. Make sure we get all the snowflake here. And Julie, the one that sent me the book, she actually has a channel now called Better Than Birds. I know you've heard me talk about it. She joined our Custody Through the Week collaboration last week. I believe she's going to join again this week. And if you haven't checked her out, guys, go check her out. She's doing really good. She's making some really cute things. And like I said, I just love to see new people start their YouTube channels. And if anybody ever wants any advice, help, I'm not a pro at this by any means, but I can at least get you the basics and get you started. So if you have questions or anything like that, my email is always in the description box. You can always, just feel free to ask. I have no problem helping. Like I said, I love seeing people try new things. Luckily, I had somebody to help me. It was not a resin artist that helped me. It was actually, I still watch her faithfully. I love her. Melissa, the Cheap Chick, and she's down here in Florida, but she's in northern Florida, and she does, she used to do Wish, but then she switched to Temu. She was doing hauls, a lot of hauls. She does, storage units, stuff like that, and I love watching her. And I asked her questions. I was like, so how do you film? Do you film with your phone? Do you film with the camera, horizontally, vertically? And I just asked basic questions, and she had no problem helping me. She answered questions, not just once, but several times. So, I want to pay that forward and help anybody that I can. Alright, so we're going to wipe this stuff off. Like I said, we're just going to wipe off just our top layer. And if a little bit of it hangs out, I'm not upset by that. But we're just going to go around here. And we're just going to wipe off this top layer here. Not a lot, because there's a lot of details in this mold. I'm going to wipe off just all the little excess here around. And like I said, some of this may hang out in the blue. I don't care. Okay, we're going to do the same thing around the top here. Again. You could see here. See the difference? We're going to go around here now. Around this edge. I think I got every bit of it here. Very pretty. So we're going to flip this back right side out now. Just like that. And then we're going to brush the inside here. I do want to make this little piece down in here silver. Okay. Again, we're going to brush around. And there's little, can you see the little snowflakes in the lid? There's little bitty ones down here in the lid, and then there's this rim that's similar to the top of that one. And then we're just gonna, same thing, we're just brushing the mold really, really good. Burnish it all in really good. Again, down in here really good. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take take a baby wipe, and we're going to remove some of this. Wiping it off. All right, so that's there. And now I'm going to take the red chrome and I'm going to dust the inside of this. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing or if I'm just going to do the snowflake. Actually, I think I'm going to do the snowflake silver. Yeah, maybe. I think I may try to do the outside in the red and then the snowflake in silver. So to try to avoid as much flyaway as possible. Alright, so we're going to color this in, and then I will come back and we'll dust the top with silver and we'll get ready to do the next one. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are back. So I came in here and I haven't put anything in this because I'm just going to pour this without anything else in it. I'm actually going to add some chrome powder to it. And I think I'm going to do it in green because I've got 2 red and then I'll have 2 green. But what I'm going to do when I mix the resin up, this one I'm going to do my blue blood in this. But in these, I'm going to do these two. I'm going to do with some of the red chrome powder and some red glitter. These two here, green chrome powder and green glitter. So that's my plan. And I'm going to mix up some resin and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So I mixed up a small amount here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this into the ornament because I'm going to use fast cure in my other molds, but if I use fast cure in this deep mold, I'm more prone to get micro bubbles around the bottom. So I'm going to I use a different resin. I use just a regular resin for this, and I ran it through the debubbler in hopes that maybe we won't end up with the micro bubbles around the edge. In hopes we don't end up with micro bubbles. I should have went ahead and put the micro powder in here and ran it through the debubbler, and I didn't think of that at the time. I have my 4-hour in the debubbler right now, running through it before we do the others. Alright. I don't want to spray any alcohol in there. I was going to spray alcohol in there. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So we're going to pour this. Hopefully I made enough. Yeah, I think I did. Wow, that was pretty darn close. Don't think I have enough for the lid. So I'm gonna pour something else with it. What am I gonna pour? I'm gonna pour this. It's a Kit Kat mold here. It's gonna go over. Yep, it's gonna go over. And then I guess I'll use a pepperette one for it. Yeah, it's gonna go over. Stop it here in a second. Yeah, I don't want to mix resins, so I'm not going to use the same resin in the lid that I used in the bottom. nice. All right. Made a mess, guys. I made a mess. Thank goodness it's on the paper and not on my mat. All right, we're gonna set this back here for now. All right, and I will bring you back when the bubbler is done and we're ready to do the next pour. I'll see you then, guys. Bye. Okay, we are back. So I've got a little bit left over here just in case I need more for this lid. So I want to make sure I get down in this little end here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to take our little silicone tool here and we're going to go around underneath the edge. Make sure we don't have any bubbles under here. Okay. All right. Top this up. All right. So that's it on that. Spray some alcohol on the bottom there. And now we're going to mix up the colors for here. So we're going to take red. We're going to take some red chrome powder. We're going to take a couple scoops of that. Actually, a nice size scoop. Doesn't need a whole lot because this stuff's beautiful on its own. So we're going to stir this around. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. That's without even adding any glitter to it. So now we're going to add some red glitter to this. Oh, this is so pretty. These will look gorgeous on our tree. Alright. It is quite chilly here tonight. Quite chilly. Gonna get down to 47 tonight. For Florida, that's cold. Northern parts of Florida are actually going to get they're actually in a freeze warning. I think it said 20 something degrees. I'm like, no, I didn't sign up for this. It's supposed to be kind of cool the rest of the week, but then by this weekend we're going to be back up in the 80s during the day and 70s at night. So, go figure. Our weather is bipolar. Okay, so we're gonna, I want this to go around this little deal here. Come on. Coax it around there. So we can hang it. Alright. I think this needs just a teeny tiny bit more. Just fine, because there's a tiny bit more left. Perfect. I have just a little bit left here. We'll pour that into this mold here. Into our hair mold. Alright, we'll let that sit for a minute and I'll pour some more. Alright, so now we're going to get the last one. These I'm going to move up to the other end here. I'm going to move this up here where you can see it. Slide this guy out of the way because he's made a mess. Matter of fact, I'm going to clean that before we do it. Before we move this one over. Again, the advantages of having this on wax paper is like, just like this, wipe it off. Perfect. Okay, maybe not perfect, but way better. There we go. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to take our green chrome powder. I'm going to take a nice scoop of it. Drop it in there. Stir that up first. Look at that, how pretty that is. Now, we're going to open this up and we are going to put in some green glitter. Alright. Wipe the stick off really good here for a minute. And we're going to pour into the Christmas tree first. Okay, we're going to let that set for a second. I'm going to pour into the snowflake. All right. And since I have some left, I'm going to pour into the flower here. Do a pretty green flower. I may use that on something else. And I still have some left. I want to make sure this is full. Oh, that one's full. Okay. I guess we'll do the other hair barrette here. Eek. Alright, I will find something. I got another one here, another hair barrette mold I'll pour into. And I will see you guys back when these are ready for demold. Bye. Hey guys, we are back for demold here. I had forgot all about this one here. So it is probably not going to go. Because I forgot this one is, this mold is weird because you're supposed to put a, there's a plug thing in here where you're supposed to put your lights in while you pour it. And I forgot all about that and forgot that the resin will come right out the end. So I don't know if we're going to hang this one up or not. I don't know. I might be able to get something in there. It's pretty. But yeah, you're supposed to stick a light down in here, and then it lights up the... And I forgot all about that when I did it. Alright, let's see how this one turned out. Oh, that turned out good. That's pretty. Okay, that's definitely going on the tree. See our little Christmas tree here, how it looks. Of course, that's gorgeous. And I did silver on the star. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then, of course, we know the into resin molds are just absolutely stunning. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And where's my hole? No, this has one. Okay, maybe it doesn't. I thought it had one. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to draw a hole. So, yeah, beautiful. Love that. And then we got our extras here. Our extras. Kitty cat here. And then these are all the hair barrettes we did. I just poured those because I didn't want to waste the resin. Because I didn't want to waste the resin. It's quite chilly here today. Very pretty. I think I'm going to find a popsicle mold, or I want to mold some popsicle sticks, because I've got these, but I'm like, why couldn't I make my own? You know? This is a hair barrette that's similar, so why couldn't I make my own? So maybe I need to mold some popsicle sticks. I'm sure they have a mold of that. I'm sure you can buy one. Something for me to go, well, look on Amazon for. Oh, I love this. A sparkly flower. That's pretty. Alright, so here's the one I'm excited for. The bottom of it's a little rough, but I don't care. Alright, so I'm hoping I got all the bubbles out when I did this. Nope. There's a few there. No, there's a big one there. It's so hard to see these in here. Okay, so that's not bad. Oh, that turned out pretty. Yeah, definitely have to fill these in. Oh. Not 100% done. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's pretty. Look at the pretty, pretty deal. Yeah, definitely got to fill these in. I figure a way to do it. I don't know. I may have to just re-pour the lid. That is gorgeous. I did get a few micro bubbles down here at the bottom. Kind of knew I was going to, because it's so cold. It was so cold last night, and yeah. So, but we'll figure this out. I got to trim some of the excess off of the bottom here. But I love that mold. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? What a cute little jar. So yeah, I think I'll redo the lid. So we'll do that probably in another video, because I'm going to re-pour this again. I love this mold. Love this mold. I can't lie. Love it, love it. Alright, so let me know what you think, guys. What's your favorite? Even with all the mess ups, this is my favorite. I really, really like this. Really, really like this. And like I said, I'll try to fix it. I don't know. These big ones are really close to the edge, and you can see them on here. So, but that's a nice jar. It fits good on there. It's a really cute little jar. So yeah, we're definitely going to pour it again. I think this is probably going to be one of my favorites. I really like that. The snowman's alright, but like I said, it's a weird mold. It's actually meant, like I said, for you to put lights into it when you pour it, so they're embedded in it permanently. And I forgot about it, come in here, and I was like, oh no. Saw that it was leaking, and I stuck a stick in it, so now there's a stick in there. So, very pretty still. Cute little snowman. Cute little snowman family. And I'll drill a hole through here so we can have this one on the tree. So yeah, I've got 3 ornaments that I gotta finish for the tree, and let me know what you think, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Hope your resin cure is beautiful, your craft projects turn out amazing. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.